What's up, everybody? We're live. We have a pretty good card tomorrow night. We got Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann. I think it's a good card. A couple fights fell through. It sucks that Jose Johnson versus Armfield fell through because I had a bet on him. I had a bet on Jose Johnson at plus 135. Always sucks when a fight falls through, but I'm not going to force any bets. I'm going to keep on with my replays. I was thinking about betting on Victor Martinez, but gonna pass. I didn't get the line I wanted, so I'm gonna pass. How's everybody doing? Excited to be back. Can't wait for next week. I mean, we got a lot of good fights coming up, a lot of good cards, so I'm very excited. We're 3-2 on cards for the year, 0.48 overall for the year. So coming off a good week last week. Let's see here. So plus 1.2 on the night. Bet on I catch on Blanchfield. I lost on Jim Miller. So yeah, man, that sucks on the Miller bet. I thought it was a close fight, but I think Hernandez definitely won the fight. It was very close, but can't be betting on guys 10 years older like that. I definitely thought that Hernandez was gonna lose, but we'll keep on fading him, man. I think he sucks, and he just beat Jim Miller because Miller's an older dude, but happy to catch on Blanchfield. I thought that she looked really good, and I don't know how I got plus 140. She's going to definitely be the champ. I see a lot of people saying Suarez is going to beat her. I think Blanchfield would dominate her, and can't wait to catch on Blanchfield versus Shevchenko. So what's up, Nick Alexander? Shout out to Mecha 10. Can't wait to enjoy another Mecha season. It's going to be fun. And without further ado, let's dive into this card. Like I mentioned, the Johnson fight fell through. Had a bet on that, but it's what it is. So first fight of the night. I got 3 bets. And first fight of the night, we got one of my bets. So we got Rafael Alves versus Nurullo Aliev. Yeah, man, I like Aliev. I think that he's a good prospect. He's 9 years younger. He's 23. You got Alves is 32. I get it. He's not Russian, but he has good grappling game, and I like my grapplers. I think that this is a good matchup for him. I get it. Alves has fought the better competition, but if you watch the tape on Alves, Damir Ismagulov went out there and dominated him on the mat, and I think Aliev is the better grappler than Damir. Mark Dikasi, got clubbed and subbed. Mark's kind of a jobber though. And then, the Dober fight was a good fight, and then Dober broke him. So one thing about, Alves that I don't really like is, the gas tank, man. He puts out a lot of, big movements, and he definitely, I think, has power. I think that he's probably the better striker here, but I feel like he has to get it done in the first round. He's going to slow down. And I like the cardio and the grappling game for the 23-year-old. Like I mentioned multiple times, I like betting on guys that have a big age difference. Last week was an exception with the Jim Miller fight just because it's a fade on Alex Hernandez, but, Hernandez got the job done. In this matchup, I like the guy, like I mentioned, 9 years younger. I think he has a big grappling advantage, big wrestling advantage. He needs to worry. He needs to do, not get subbed because, Alves definitely has a very good guillotine. But, if he doesn't get subbed early and, I definitely think that he's just going to wear on a guy like Alves, and he's going to get Alves out of there, man. Alves don't like his gas tank, and he's been finished a lot, man. I mean, not in the UFC besides the Dober fight, but I got to go with the 23-year-old, the 9-year youth advantage, the better grappler, the better cardio advantage. Those are 3 big advantages. So give me a Aliev. I bet him 4 units at minus 165. I believe right now he's like minus 180, minus 185. And I like this kid. I'm very excited to see how he does in the UFC. He had a very good showing at Contender Series. And I think he's going to look really good here. So give me a lead with the finisher. First play of the night. So next fight, we got Solecki versus Carl Deaton. I don't really know anyone out there is going to be picking Deaton here. I got to go with Joe Solecki here. Initially, he was fighting Benoit St. Denis, right? St. Denis. I think I was going to pick him. Yeah, I was probably going to go with him over Solecki. But, yeah, I'm sure everyone's picking Solecki here. I'll go with him here with the win, but I'm not really confident in him going forward. Next fight, we got Ode Osborne versus Charles Johnson. So Johnson's taking this on short notice, and I mean, kind of a worry, man. People taking fights on short notice. So the last week what happened to Andrade, but besides that, I think he's the better fighter than Osborne. I think that he's definitely more durable than Osborne. I feel like Osborne definitely has good striking and a good movement, but like I don't really trust his chin, his cardio. Charles Johnson is definitely more durable and has better cardio, and Ode Osborne might be the faster out of the two. But I think Charles definitely, man, is the better striker. I like Charles. I think that he's a good fighter, and I'm going to keep on picking him, man. I think he's, going to get Ode Osborne out of there. I wish the line was a little better, but yeah, give me Charles, man, with the win over Ode. I think that he knocks him out. Getting knocked out against Tyson Nam was a red flag for sure. Next fight, we got Jordan Leavitt versus Victor Martinez. This is one of those fights where he was like plus 110, man, and I was about to bet on him, and then all of a sudden he got steamed to like minus 120. Now he's minus 115. I wanted to bet on him if he was plus money, but he's not, so I'm gonna pass. I do think that he's gonna beat Leavitt. Jordan Leavitt, man, is I bet on him last fight against Ogden, and it was a very lackluster fight. I kind of got lucky with that decision, to be honest, man. I just don't like Leavitt's gas tank, and his striking's not good. He has a good grappling game for sure, but I mean, and one thing that scares me about Victor Martinez, he gives up his back a lot, man. Because if you give your back against a guy like Leavitt, man, you could probably get sub, man. Leavitt's a good grappler for sure, but like I said, Victor Martinez has a lot of advantage in this fight. He definitely has a better cardio. He has a better striking. So, and he is a BJJ black belt under CDF, Carlos Diego Ferreira, and, trains at a great camp in Force MMA. The only thing with him is he hasn't fought in a long time, so I think it's like a 3-year layoff. So, and he's a small guy for 55. I mean, they both are really. So, but yeah, we don't really know how he's going to look. He could have looked really good, man. So I'm going to go with Victor Martinez from a pick. I like him here, but I'm not betting it just because I didn't get the line that I wanted. So give me Victor Martinez. Let's look at the chat real quick. Looks like we got a lot of mecha guys in here. What's up, Alex Ramirez? What up, 2 cents? What up, Big Ear? Deaton looking old. What up, Noah? Yeah, I don't really like Deaton's haircut, man. I'll say that, dude. He looks like a fucking job. I mean, he's a tough dude. A lot of people are betting Solecki in the distance. I mean, I don't know, man. Solecki might just get a decision here, man. Who knows? Next fight, we got Jasudavicius versus Gabriel Fernandez. I'll admit that I didn't even look in this fight. It's just really hard to trust Jasmine, man. I think she's kind of a jobber. I know she fought a really good prospect last fight, but other than that, man, even in her fights, she's pretty lackluster, man. I don't think she's that good, dude. I don't really know anything about her, opponent here, but I mean, even though she's making her debut, I'm gonna pick her, man. I don't think Jasmine's that good, so. Pretty much the only fight on this card I didn't even look into. So give me Fernandez, but I'm not confident in it. Yeah, Mecha starts next week, dude. I'm excited, dude. It's a good card, and man, if any of you guys in the chat live in Vegas, I'm sure you guys would be going to the fights out here. I love going to UFC fights live, man. It's just so fun, dude. Especially when your bets cash. So usually you have because the last 3 cards I went to had a good night. So I haven't really experienced it when you go to a card live and you didn't have a good night. I'm sure a lot of people do, and I'm sure it happens. But yeah, let's not talk about that. I just love cashing bets and watching fights live and meeting a lot of people on Twitter, so it's fun. Yeah. So I was actually gonna go to the John Jones card next week, but it's too expensive, man. I'd rather just watch it, at Red Rock and shit with my boys. But I'm going to the next card, Merab versus Petr Yan, and that's a great card. There's a lot of good fights. I don't know. I'm kind of happy that Merab's the underdog. I thought he was gonna be the favorite, but I'm definitely betting Merab versus Petr Yan. So his line keeps on getting better. So, anyways, we're rambling here. What up, Brian? Next fight, we got Eric Gonzalez versus Trevor Peek. Yeah, man, this is a good fight. I do like Trevor Peek. I cash on him as a good underdog and on the contender series. Yeah, he scared the shit out of me, dude. But he should win this fight. A lot of people are talking shit about him. Yeah, he's probably gonna be a fade going forward. It depends on who he fights and stuff. And I think this is a good matchup for him, man. Gonzalez has looked pretty bad in his UFC career. 0-2. I think Peek's a better grappler. I think Peek has better cardio, on the feet. Yeah, Peek gets hit really bad. But one thing I like about Trevor Peek is that the guy just battles through adversity, dude. I mean, that was, dude, he took a beating last fight, man, against Mallot, dude. I mean, a beating, dude. And that was a good showing, man. I mean, guys that can take a beating like that and come back, and I mean, damn, bro. I feel like he got hurt so bad in that fight, and then in the second round, his like recoverability, dude, like, dude, the guy's gas tank. I mean, dude, it's crazy, bro. Like, Pete definitely, had I feel like showed that he's a fucking dog out there, dude. And I just can't really say the same about Eric Gonzalez. So give me Trevor Peak here. We'll see where he goes going forward. Yeah, I've already definitely looked in a couple fights for next card, but after I do this and make some dinner, I'm going to be diving deep into 285. So I'm excited. All right, so first fight of the main card, we got Mike Mallot versus Johan Muniz. Man, dude, this is definitely one of those fights that I'm really excited to talk about. I got 3 units on Johan, a plus 190. I mean, I feel like this should be a pick'em. I'm telling you guys right now. And when I think a fight should be a pick'em or, definitely line very closer, you got to definitely take a shot. I bet on Johan in both his fights in the UFC. And in the Gabe Green fight, yeah, man. I mean, he looked really good in that fight, dude. And then, he gassed. And Gabriel Green does that to a lot of guys. I think Gabriel Green would do the same thing to Mallot. I think he's a better fighter than Mallot. In his last fight, he definitely looked, more hesitant out there. I thought it was a very close fight, but I definitely think that the judges got it right. I mean, he definitely landed the harder shots. Yeah, on the numbers, Darian Weeks outstruck him, but I thought Johan, landed the harder shots. I can't even talk. I was actually at that card live, and I thought he won. And after rewatching it, I thought he won. But yeah, it was a close fight. This fight, I mean, I feel like Mallot's definitely going to bring the best out of Johan, and a lot of people have talked about Darian Weeks. I mean, Darian Weeks is 0-3 in the UFC, but I mean, Barbarino went out there and, had a very close fight with him. Ian Gary probably had one of his – Gary won the fight, every round. But I mean, definitely probably the worst Gary we've seen in the UFC, dude. Shout out to Dan from Half the Battle, man, for mentioning that on the stream. And then Gary's going to absolutely destroy fucking Kenan Song. But on this matchup – kind of crazy that Johan's 1 year younger, but if you look at this fight from a stylistical matchup, yeah, both these guys slow down. The cardio is definitely, a question mark, but I mean, you can't really sit here and say Mallot's cardio is so much better. I feel like it's close. I mean, Mallot's getting all these guys out of there in the first round, and when we've seen him out of the first round, like on that draw, his gas tank's not that good. I mean, I don't care what you guys say. You guys go back and watch the Mickey Gall fight. I get it, man, because I bet on Mickey there. Mallot got a finish, but dive into that fight because Mallot was getting pieced up pretty bad, dude. And up until the KO, I thought Mickey was looking really good, man. And then he got clipped. I mean, Johan's a way better fighter than Mickey Gall, guys. And I think Mallot's technical. I think he has a good grappling game, but I feel like Johan hits harder, man. I think Johan has power, man. And, I got to go with Johan for the KO. I don't really like, what I've seen from Mallot, dude. Going out there and getting dropped against Solomon, run for the jobber, and then he got the finish. I mean, the guy got knocked out against a featherweight, man, Hakeem Dadawa, and who really has Hakeem knocked out, man? I know it was a long time ago, but I feel like Johan's the bigger guy, 170. I think Mallot has better wrestling, but, I mean, Johan has underrated grappling. It's kind of hard, man. I haven't really seen anyone really go out there and dominate him on the mat. Johan went out there and took down Gabriel Green, took down Justin Burlington, so I'm worried about the guillotine because Mallot has a nice guillotine. I don't really think Johan's going to shoot. I think Mallot's going to be shooting. I think Johan can keep it on the feet. But, yeah, I think Johan hits harder, and I think that we're going to find that out. And I think he's more durable than Mallot, man. I don't trust Mallot's chin. And all I hear all week is the cardio. I mean, it's close, man. I mean, I get it. Johan went out there and gassed against Gabriel Green, but he just won a decision last fight, dude. So I see a lot of advantage in this fight for the dog here, Johan. And I feel like he just needs to survive early, man. He's going to knock out, Mallot. So give me Johan with the win. He has a 3-inch reach advantage. I think that he has more power, like I just mentioned. He's more durable. And I think we're going to find that out in this fight. I don't trust Mallot's chin. I don't trust his cardio. And I think if they brawl out there, man, which I definitely think it's going to happen, I think Johan's going to get the best of him and get him out of there. Give me Johan with a first-round KO. And yeah, man, I don't think Johan is that bad of a fighter, dude. I can't sit here and say he's a jobber, man. I think that he has potential, and I'm just not a big fan of Mallot, dude. We'll see how he looks in this fight, but You're going out there and getting pieced up against Mickey Gall. It's not a good look, dude. So give me Johan, man, with the job done. 3 units of plus 190. I feel like that line is crazy. So give me Johan. Next fight, we got Tatiana Suarez versus Montana de la Rosa. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Suarez. You guys know I'm a big Suarez fan. I like Suarez a lot, dude. I think she's a great fighter, but it's just hard to trust her. She hasn't fought in a long time. She's talking about going back to 115. I don't care what anyone says. If they book her against Blanchfield, dude, oh my god, dude, Blanchfield is gonna mop the floor with her. But yeah, this is a different matchup. I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna pick Montana de la Rosa. So I mean, I think Suarez is a better fighter. So give me Suarez. Let's look at the chat. Don't mess with the Johan. Yeah, man, I got Johan here, dude. Let's go. Next fight, we got Augusto Sakai versus Dontel Mays. It's the jobber fight. I mean, I want no part in this fight. From a pick, I'm gonna go with Mays just because it's hard to pick a guy who's been knocked out in his last 4 fights. I get it; he's fought better competition, but that's not good for confidence. If you're getting knocked out in your last 4 fights, and Mays might be more durable. Mays definitely has a grappling advantage, and Mays sucks, man. I mean, the guy is a jobber. He's going out there having close fights with Martinez, but I can't pick anyone who's been knocked out in his last 4 fights. So I'm gonna go with Mays from a pick, but this is one of those fights where I want no part of betting. I can't bet a jobber fight. That's one thing I've done lately and done this year is you don't bet on jobbers. I bet on a couple of jobbers this year. Claudio Ribeiro over Razak. I mean, God, that was bad. But and I'm sure people in the chat watching this are going to say, well, Johan's a jobber. I mean, I don't think it's a jobber. I think we're going to find out tomorrow. He's going to go out there and make a statement against Mallot. But and like I say, man, when you bet on fights, it's all about the matchup. It's not like, oh, I think Johan's going to be a top 15. No, I don't. I think he's going to win this fight, and that's why I bet on him here, man. So, anyways, back on the matchup. All right, next fight we got Andre Muniz, Brennan Allen. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be talking shit about this fight because I bet on a lot of Brennan Allen fights, man. He's like 8-2 in the UFC. There's only 2 losses against 2 good fighters in Sean Strickland and Chris Curtis. And it's kind of crazy. He had moments in both those fights. It's crazy that he's only 27, bro. I mean, he's 20-5. I mean, like I mentioned, 8-2 in the UFC. He has a big has a lot of fights, man. It's crazy that he's so young, but he's like a veteran out there, dude. This is one of those fights where another one, I got good lines on my first 2 bets. This one I kind of messed up. He's like plus 190. I actually bet him 3 units at plus 170. So I think Muniz is a good fighter. And, one thing I want to do going forward is not fade good fighters. But this is kind of like we were talking about in the last fight. This is a fight that should be closely aligned. And that's where, I think Allen has advantage in this fight. I think Muniz is, a good BJJ black belt, a very good grappler. But I see Allen having some, definitely more advantage in this fight. Is Allen the better grappler? No, I think Muniz is the better grappler. But, I mean, they're both solid grapplers. I think he's going to get takedowns here. But, I mean, I can see – don't act like we can't see Allen go out there and, reverse a guy like Muniz. I mean, if Muniz goes out there and submits him quickly, I won't be surprised. He's a great grappler. But, I mean – I think Allen has advantage in this fight. I think he's a better striker. I feel like he has better cardio. I think he's more durable. I mean, Muniz has been knocked out 4 times. You can't sit here and say that Muniz is a better striker. I mean, this is a pure – yeah, Allen definitely is a better striker. His striking definitely came along, dude. 3-fight winning streak, dude. I mean, like I said, 8-2 in the UFC, man. He's fought in better competition. I mean, Muniz, besides the Uriah Hall fight, has been going out there and fighting jobbers, man. So – I think Allen's more durable. I think he's better cardio. I think his speed advantage. I think he's better striking. He's a good BJJ black belt. I mean, I feel like we're going to see some really nice grappling exchanges here. And if Brennan Allen can hold his own on the mat, man, I think he's going to win this fight, man. I mean, I got to go with him here, man. This is a closely fight. I mean, this fight should be like line to pick him, kind of like what I said with the Johan fight. So when I say shit like that, I'm going to go with the dog. Give me Brennan Allen. I'm very excited to see this fight. And, I mean, who knows, man? That'd be crazy if Muniz doesn't even shoot once, but we'll see Muniz shoot. We'll see Muniz take him down. It's just what's going to happen when he takes Brennan Allen down? Is he going to smother him on the mat? I don't think so. I think we're going to see some really nice sweeps and reverses, man. And I got to go with Brennan Allen here, man. I think he's good enough to beat Muniz, and I think he's the better fighter right now, man. Brendan Allen, the thing with him is his confidence, man. He gets too cocky, but I feel like we're going to see him, man, enter that top 10, dude. And this is a big fight for Brendan Allen, man. So give me Brendan Allen weathering the storm. He'll probably be, put in some bad positions on the map, but I think he's going to get back up, and I think he's going to take it to Muniz on the feet. So give me Brendan Allen. Main event of the evening, we got Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann. What is the line on this? Let's look real quick. All right, well, my best fight odds is not working. Let me check on my app. What is... Someone wants to pull up what the line is right now. That'd be cool. Okay, so Krylov's minus 170, Spann's plus 150. Yeah, man, if this line was line closely like a pick'em, I would definitely bet Krylov here. It's just, do I want to bet on Krylov at minus 170? Not really, man, because, I think Krylov's a better fighter. I'm picking him to win this fight, but it's just it's a tough fight, man, because Krylov's a better striker. I think Krylov's more durable. I think Spann has more power. I think Spann's more athletic. I think Spann's faster. But I think Krylov overall is the more technical fighter on the feet. Grappling wise, Krylov is a better grappler, but I mean, I'm really worried, dude, if Krylov, shoots and gets submitted, because Spann's guillotine is nasty, dude. So it's just the confidence of Spann, man. I mean, Spann's chinny, dude. I mean, he quits out there too. But Krylov's quit before too. I mean, he quit against he's quit before, man. I mean, I feel like he quit against Jan, he quit against Craig. It's a really good main event. I'm really excited to watch it. I want to sit back and watch it, but like I mentioned, if it was a pick'em or if I'm getting dog money on Krylov, oh my God, I'd bet him here in a heartbeat. But at minus 170, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to pick Nikita Krylov. I feel like that he's just going to be a little too much for Ryan Spann. I think that if he doesn't get submitted, he's going to either knock him out on the feet or just dominate him on the mat and get him out there. I mean, I could see for sure Nikita hurting him on the feet, taking him down, and if he doesn't get submitted, I think he can pound out Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann's been finished a lot, dude. So give me Krylov with a finish, dude. I wonder what his line is in the distance. That's kind of tempting, but yeah, I got Nikita Krylov, man, with the win. So there you guys go. My 3 bets since the Jose Johnson fight fell through. I got 4 units on Aliev at minus 165. I got 3 units on Brendan Allen at plus 170, and I got 3 units on Johan at plus 190. So I need 2 of them to cash. With the Jose Johnson fight, I wouldn't just need 2 to cash, but I'm very excited, dude. Having a good year so far. I want to keep it up, and yeah, please like and subscribe. Let me guys know who you guys like. Let me know who you guys have in every fight. I love talking UFC. So picks wise, real quick, we'll go after it. I picked Krylov in the main event, and then I got Brendan Allen. I got Mays, Suarez, Johan, Peak, Fernandez, Martinez, Johnson, Solecki, and Aliev. So later, guys. We got the oh shit, hold on. We got the Cuban assassin. What is he saying? Yo, do you do these vids or do you... What did he say? Hold on. No, I mean, I basically just talk UFC, man. I mean, I've done a couple other streams before about other sports, but yeah, man, this is a hobby for me. I like talking fights and talking to you guys. So 2 cents, what up, man? Yeah, I agree. I just can't wait, man, for this Mecca season, man. I'm just so pumped, and you guys know I love UFC, man. I watch every fight. This is such a good sport, man. This is so fun. The fact that we got UFC tomorrow, man, is just making me so happy, dude. Oh man, last week, Blanchfield, baby, let's go, man. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go make some food. Glad talking to you guys, and we'll be back next week, guys. UFC 285. Peace out, 2 cents. Peace out, guys. Let's fucking go. Later, guys.